Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Dad Jokes in Crypto. Hope you've been enjoying the dad jokes as much as the crypto, or maybe one more than the other. Doesn't matter to us, as long as you're enjoying it. So, how are you doing today, Travis?
Great. Better than I deserve, that's for sure.
Good. Tell us about your background there.
So this is he's one of the Bored Ape Millionaire Club. Uh, I really like him just because the poker chip in his mouth. I love to play poker,
Man,
and the cool shades. Like he's he's rocking it back there.
that's a baller right there.
I imagine that's what I look like in public a lot of times, most of the time. So
I can confirm that. I've seen you in public. So. Perfect. Well, so what we thought we would talk about today is just kind of a little bit about our personal crypto holdings. We won't get into too much detail, but we thought we'd just kind of go through our top 5 coins that we currently hold. Maybe just a little spiel about them, and then a wild card. What we think might, for some reason or another, be big this bull run. Not financial advice. Any of it, really. We're not investing pros, but just things that we kind of like about these coins, why we like them, why we're invested in them, and then what we think could have a chance to go crazy. So let's maybe start at the bottom. I got my number 5 written down. You want to start off with let's hear your number 5 and just a little bit about why you like it.
so my number 5, which I don't hold a lot in, so that's why it's number 5,
Makes
is
sense.
actually Cardano.
Okay.
Some of the crypto community might know it as ADA. Cardano is designed to be like a next gen evolution of the Ethereum idea.
Yeah.
It's intended to be flexible, sustainable, and a scalable platform for running smart contracts.
Smart
Um,
contracts.
so I think that there's definitely potential for Cardano. Um, I think you'll see improvement on it actually. So I think anything you invest into it, you're going to get at least double out of. That's just
Yeah.
my thoughts. So
I've heard a lot of people that are really in the know say that Cardano is maybe a few years behind Ethereum, but has potential to catch up to it because they're taking kind of a slow progression to basically become one of the bigger smart contract platforms. So
yes,
yeah,
yep.
absolutely. So sticking with smart contracts, my number 5 is Polygon, or Matic is the ticker. And that is what they call a second layer to Ethereum, or they call it a scaling solution. So Ethereum is, for those of you that don't know, you might maybe want to Google it to find out more information than I'll be able to give you. but it's the number 2 cryptocurrency by market cap, and it is by far the largest smart contract platform. Everything is run on Ethereum for the most part. And so since it's so big and so many things happening there, so many transactions, a lot of companies have, not a lot, but there have been companies that have come through and done, they call them scaling solutions. So basically they they settle all their transactions on their own blockchain or something like that, and then they convert them into Ethereum in one transaction rather than like 1,000 or whatever. There's probably a better explanation of that than what I can do too, but just know that it's like a second layer to Ethereum to help Ethereum work better with Polygon. So,
Okay.
but yeah. So next, let's do number 4. What you got for your number 4? Total.
Next number 4 is Hedera, or H bar.
Bar.
H bar, the H bar. H bar is kind of cool actually. H bar tokens are used to pay for transaction gas fees on the network. So
Yeah.
anytime you are sending a transaction to somebody else or using crypto to pay for something you're spending or using a gas fee, there's a fee involved usually. So if I were to send you money, like say you bought me a pizza and I'm paying you back for it, and I send you some money, there's going to be a gas fee associated with that. That's what that token is designed to do, is to help pay for that gas fee.
Yeah, and it's almost like the credit card transaction fee sort of thing. That's what gas
Exactly.
fees kind of are.
Yeah.
Pretty similar. And the if I were to go on to like 6 and 7, I think H bar would be my number 6 holding that I have. So it's also what they call an ISO 20022 compliant coin, which we'll talk about a couple others that are kind of like that. So
That was a lot of big words, and that was
yeah,
numbers too. So
yeah, you're
that
gonna
was
want to
intense.
Google that. So So my number 4 is Ethereum, because I do feel it's got a huge market cap. So in general, it doesn't have as big of gains. It doesn't have the wild, like super write-ups, but it's always been a good performer in bull markets. It usually outdoes Bitcoin as far as returns. And it's just kind of like the slow and steady race to kind of keep your portfolio a little bit balanced. You have one that's, is gonna go up almost for sure. So I just like to have some money in that one. So
Yes.
all right, let's hit number 3, Mr. Travis.
Number 3, I've invested in Filecoin.
Alcoin.
So I think Filecoin is going to be good. Filecoin, when I was reading up in a little bit ago, actually, again, just as a refresher for myself, it says Filecoin is a cryptocurrency that powers the Filecoin network, which is a decentralized peer-to-peer competitor to cloud storage products. So anybody that's going to be big into gaming and likes to game, which I mean, was everybody really?
Who doesn't? Yeah.
All my kids love gaming and stuff, but I think all your storage coins are going to be big. So you've got Filecoin. I used to hold Sandbox, but I put transferred a lot of that over in just to Filecoin. I think you have some Sandbox, don't you?
Yeah, I don't have a ton. It would probably be like 8 or 9, 7, 8, somewhere in there for me. But yeah, and Filecoin, if I recall correctly, is basically allows people to share their unused storage space on their devices with other people, and then you can use that, buy that, whatever. And like you said, decentralized, so it's all over the place.
Yeah, and all encompassing. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, pretty cool.
This talks about, I think it talks a little bit about the metaverse too. So I think that it can hold storage for the metaverse, which is a big gaming platform also.
Yeah, and I think my dad was kind of, we talked about like investing in things, and he was laughing at me when I said, yeah, I think metaverse is going to be pretty big. He's like, oh, it'll be a fad. And I was like, that's what you said about the internet, Dad. But no, I don't think he really said that. But
that's what they said about the Model T Ford.
Yeah, cars. But I feel like it's just going to be huge, and we're always going to need more storage space as we move further and further, into technology. So I think that's a big one too. I think Filecoin is also my top 10 of coins that I hold. So number 3 for me is Cardano, like we talked about, ADA. And kind of the same reasons, you had there. It's a top competitor with Ethereum, probably one of the top smart contracts platforms other than Ethereum. And honestly, when I was going through my holdings here, they're within like $10 of each other, what I hold on Cardano and Ethereum. So I like to, Ethereum, like I said, is slow and steady. Cardano, I think, can rise a little bit higher as far as returns. And I just think that it eventually will catch Ethereum or be really close competitor. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, Mr. Travis, let's hear your number 2.
Okay, number 2 I have is XLM, Stellar Lumens.
We're going to see some similarities at the top.
I love Stellar Lumens. So Stellar Lumens was actually one of the first coins I ever invested in.
Same.
And it was because of you. So we talked about a lot of cool things that Stellar Lumens was coming out with, or hoped to be coming out with, some smart contracts that they were doing. We talked about some ideas. We bounced ideas off of each other. Wouldn't it be cool here in the future if you could download an app and then purchase from that app there, like your next house? You sign the deed to your house right on there using the Stellar Lumens system. I think that'd be, some of that stuff's just, it's wild to me. You don't have to go in and sit down with a loan officer or anything like that. You just have the funds right there readily available and
not have to sign 50,000 times and get hand cramps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be great. So I think Stellar Lumens has a lot of potential. What about you?
Yeah, same. And Stellar Lumens is my number 2. It was my number 1 for a long time, and so until I started going with XRP. And one thing that I like about it is XRP and XLM are both designed to be like cheap payment solutions, peer-to-peer payments. So if you're, and we actually, when we worked together, we would, if we were buying lunch for the other or whatever, we transfer Stellar Lumens, and the fees would be like less than a penny or something like that.
So low.
And that's the cool thing is if you wanted to send, $10,000 to your cousin in Guam or something, you could just get his address, send it over, boom, done. It doesn't,
Use Stellar Lumens network, right?
yeah, it doesn't matter how far it has to travel. It doesn't matter how long it doesn't take long either. It doesn't matter where they're at. You can send it easy, cheap. So it's great. All right, let's hear your number one.
Okay, number one, throw up that X there, as BitBoy would say, XRP. So we love Ripple. In fact, I was just noticing Ripple down there on the right-hand side of your screen there. That's the Ripple token there. We really like Ripple. We really like XRP.
Yeah.
Is that your number one also?
It is. Yep.
I knew it. I could tell
Twins.
you're an XRP fan.
Top,
Yeah.
top two twins.
Tell us a little bit about XRP.
Yeah, so honestly, it's a similar platform. Some of the developers from XRP developed XLM, and it is the same, just cheap, easy, borderless peer-to-peer payments. Ripple's got a lot of partnerships with some big companies, so I think it can be huge. So
I agree.
that's it.
I agree. I think Ripple's going to be big, so I really want to ride that big wave there. So I've got a little bit invested. Actually, I've got a lot of it invested in XRP. Yeah. That's probably one of my number one assets. So
same.
I agree. I think
okay,
it's gonna be big.
We are running a little bit short on time, so let's hear your dad joke of the day.
So before I actually tell a dad joke, I was gonna tell the audience here. We actually had a police officer at our door the other night,
Oh, no.
and he said he was looking for a guy with one eye, and I told him he would find him faster if he used both eyes. But
how about this? How does an Eskimo make his house or build his house?
I don't know how.
He glues it.
Yes.
So bad. He uses two eyes to glue it.